Good afternoon, Ospreys. You're watching Mets News, live from the Student Union. I'm Kaylee Snyder.
And I'm Austin Thielen. Coming up on today's show, changes at Lendewing.
Student government elections open.
Strict rules in Miami for spring break.
UNF featured on the Amazon Prime show, The College Tour.
Distinguished voices at UNF.
And a sports and weather update. So stay tuned and enjoy the show.
Lendewing is changing its rules. You can now only shop there once a week. The food pantry announced a new policy on Instagram, and students aren't happy. One person said, "This is a horrible decision. The whole point of having a food pantry on campus is to address people in need of nutritious food but can't afford it. Previously, you could go once every day. Lendewing said the change was necessary because more people are now going to the pantry. The new rule began on March 4th. This is now a developing story, so follow UNF Spinnaker on Instagram or visit our website, unfspinnaker.com, as we get more details.
If you're interested in changes like this on campus, you can have a say in them. Voting for student government elections opens soon. Here's Spinnaker reporter Laura Filipoff with what you need to know.
So I am here with Kylie Moali, who's the supervisor of student government elections today. And we're just going to ask a few questions about the upcoming elections next week. So my first question for you is, where can we vote?
Yeah, so voting is going to be March 12th and 13th. It can either be online from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. or you can do it underneath the Student Union or Osprey Plaza, to put that like specifically right underneath the stairs, kind of where homecoming court was, that voting was done.
Awesome. And then how can we know who is going to be in the election and who's on the ballot? Where can we go to find that?
It's going to be on the SG website. If you look up UNF SG and go underneath the branches tab, go to elections, and there's going to be like a drop down with the candidates, and you can see all the candidates on there as well. There is 30 candidates running. 2 are running as president and vice president, and 28 of them are running as senators.
Awesome. And then when does voting open up? When does it end? Is it all on one day? How?
Yeah, so it'll be on both March 12th and March 13th. Both days it'll be 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It'll be open all throughout that time, both if you want to do it online. We'll have it posted on our Instagram, which is UNF Elections. I think it might also be on the UNF SG one as well, and then you just do it through a quadratics form, and then it'll have like their bios, their names, any information you need on them to then vote through there.
Awesome. And then could you just give us a little insight on why UNF students should vote and kind of the importance of it?
Yeah, so it's very important that any students are voting for this upcoming elections, mainly because there are only 20 senator seats and there are 28 candidates running for Senate. Look in bios to see if there's anything that you might know that you follow along the same lines as them. It's really important, mainly just because student government does fund a lot of things on campus. So if you want to be able to have your voice and opinion heard in it, either look to see what candidates are running that might be either friends of yours, around the same interests as yours, or even run in the next election as well.
Awesome. And then is there anything else you'd like to add, where people can find you or anything like that?
Yeah, so I mean the best way is to follow the Instagram, which is at UNF Elections on Instagram. That's where you can get any important information coming up, any deadlines. We have a calendar posted. Anything that we have is going to be through that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Spinnaker will cover the election results.
Now, if you're going to Miami for spring break, there are some things you might want to know. The city is enforcing strict rules to keep everyone safe. This is after 3 years of chaos, violence, and crime that usually occur during the unofficial holiday. Now, if you're going to Miami this month, you will have to follow these rules. This is going to be including curfews, DUI checkpoints, parking regulations, and more. Governor Ron DeSantis said that we welcome people to come and have a good time, but what we don't want is criminal activity.
And now to Annette with your weekly weather update.
Good afternoon, Ospreys, and happy International Women's Day. The weather for today is expected to be mostly cloudy with an average high of 78 degrees and an average low of 64 degrees. Humidity will be high and continuous throughout the day. So again, today will be mostly cloudy and will be very humid, but looking into the weekend, we'll just have some thunderstorms that will later continue into the evening. However, looking into this week, Sunday will be warm and sunny, and Monday through Thursday will be partly cloudy with possible overcast. This week we'll see warmer temperatures and a gradual increase and frequency in humidity as we head into spring. So even though tomorrow will be rainy, as we have a 50% chance of rain, next week is expected to look like normal Florida sunny weather. Also, I would like to say, on behalf of Spinnaker TV, we wish everyone a happy International Women's Day. After all, without women, we wouldn't have been brought into the world. Now that concludes our weather segment, so back to the studio for our Nest News.
Thanks, Annette. Next up, we'll be talking about the Amazon series premiere on campus and a UNF speaker. However, we'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
This is Tikka Bowl and Tacos, an Indian and Mexican fusion restaurant located at Tapestry Park in St. John's, Jacksonville.
They have a cozy atmosphere, friendly staff, and a diverse menu that will satisfy all appetites.
Their menu blends creativity and tradition with plates like paneer biryani, tikka masala wings, burritos, bowls, and naan churros.
So come with your friends and enjoy at Tikka Bowls and Tacos in Tapestry Park.
Hey there, Ospreys. The new digital magazine is out right now. This DEI edition magazine is covering the recent DEI ban on college campuses passed by the Florida Board of Education. Check out this magazine to see how the ban affects our campus through programs phasing out and centers closing at unfspinnaker.com. Just click on the magazine tab and it'll be the first thing you see. Also, don't forget to check out our socials at UNF Spinnaker on all platforms for more updates.
Do you want a live shout out in the middle of the student union? Spinnaker Radio creates content on all of our platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and Snapchat. We'll put out a poll on one of our platforms and all you have to do is answer. Our top commenter will get a shout out live on 95.5 FM WSKR Jacksonville Spinnaker Radio, which plays in the student union every day. We'll play that shout out at different times throughout the day all week long. So if you want the shout out, answer our polls. And be sure to tune in on 95.5 FM WSKR Jacksonville Spinnaker Radio, dedicated to diversity.
Amazon Prime's The College Tour swooped into UNF campus last semester, and on Monday we'll be seeing the results. The series visits universities across the country and interviews students about their college experience. UNF is the focus of an episode in season 11, which is now streaming. Students can RSVP for the blue carpet premiere of the episode that is going to be at 6:30 p.m. Monday in the auditorium located on the second floor of the John DeLady Student Union.
A special guest spoke at the Distinguished Voices event earlier this week. Matthew Rajonski, a U.S. Relations Analyst, gave a lecture to UNF students. This was in collaboration with the World Affairs Council of Jacksonville. He talked about national security and the war in Ukraine. Rajonski believes that if people don't give the crisis the attention it needs, events like this will continue to happen. Rajonski touched on what people can do to support displaced Ukrainian communities and individuals who have taken refuge in America. Be informed, be an active citizen, be welcoming and open-minded, tolerant towards people that are coming from that region, whoever they are. Show how our democracy works. UNF will host its next Distinguished Voices lecture on April 9th at 7 p.m. at the Herbert University Center. For more coverage on UNF speakers on campus, stay updated with UNF Spinnaker's website.
And now to Angel for your weekly sports update.
What is up, Ospreys? This is your sports update for the week, so let's get into it. Women's soccer played against Stetson last Friday here at Hodges Stadium. The Ospreys started off strong with the first goal coming in the first 10 minutes of the game. The Ospreys continued to outplay the Stetson Hatters to win 4-0. Beach volleyball continued their Duval Duels tournament where they set their sights on beating the FGCU Eagles. The Ospreys took an early 2-0 lead when the Eagles made a comeback to make the overall score 2-2. The last game played was both teams' best pair, in which it was tied, and they were in a battle of first to 15. This was when UNF's Taylor Pierce aced the game-winning point to win 15-12. This game led to the Ospreys sweeping day one. Day two was split with both a win and a loss. The beginning of the day was a rematch against the Eagles, where a lot of the same things happened, but this time, the Ospreys were not able to hold on, and they lost 3-2 to FGCU. Later in the day, however, they also swept the JU Dolphins 5-0. Men's basketball played their last home game last Friday, where they beat number 2 Stetson 78-59. This was also senior night, where Dorian James and Jake Vanderheiden were both honored before and after the game. Here are a couple of words from their senior night speech post-game.
Yeah, I know I've only been here for 1 year and all, but this has been one of the greatest experiences ever. I love the school. I'm so happy to be here, and all the support we've gotten this entire year has been awesome. And I'm going to remember this year for the rest of my life, so I really appreciate that, everybody. Thank you.
So we're so thrilled to have him in our program, and we're thankful that you chose us. Corey, what a great way to end your senior night. By the way, we're undefeated in those uniforms.
It's truly been a blessing to play in a UNF uniform for 6 years. It was truly amazing. All the fans, all the supporters, I love you guys.
The men's basketball team then went on to travel to Clarksville, Tennessee, where they faced Austin, PA in the ASUN semifinals. The teams were even in the beginning, with the score at half being 34-33. The Ospreys started off very strong, taking a huge lead and maintaining the lead until towards the end of the second half, where Austin, PA gained huge momentum and tied the game up. This brought the game into overtime, where Chaz Lanier and Dorian James fouled out of the game. That, along with good offense and defense, led to the Governors winning and a heartbreaking loss for the Ospreys, 98-101. This weekend's packed with baseball and soccer games here at Hodges and Harmon Stadiums, with baseball playing against Seton Hall tonight at 6, tomorrow at 3, and Sunday at 11. Men's soccer plays against Eastern Florida tonight at 6 p.m., and women's soccer plays Florida Tech at 1 p.m. tomorrow. That's all I have for today, Ospreys. See you next week for your sports update. Swoop!
And that's just about all we have for you today, Ospreys.
Remember, consider donating to support college radio at UNF through the link in the description below.
And for all things Spinnaker, check out our website at unfspinnaker.com.
Also, make sure to follow us on our Instagram at UNF Spinnaker and check out the rest of our YouTube for more content.
And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Austin Thielen.
And I'm Kaylee Snyder.
And we'll see you next week on Spinnaker's Nest News.